Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Jackson, and I am sitting here with the iconic, my good friend, my girlfriend, my love, Yolanda Adams. Hi, honey.
Hey, beautiful.
I am excited to be here with you.
Listen. They told me you were coming. I'm like, I better see her.
Oh,
I better see her.
You know,
I miss coming to the station and all of that kind of stuff because we're on the road right now.
Yeah.
Because I would be up in there and we'd be clowning.
Right.
I'd bring you some popcorn
Right.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly. But I'm glad I was able to do this.
Yes.
And so let's jump right in.
Okay.
I'm really excited. We talked about it before, but 13 years since the last record, right? But it doesn't feel like it's been 13 because you've been working.
Thank you so much. See,
you've been working.
But see, I've been working.
Yeah.
People who are like, oh, where's she been? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Of course, we had the pandemic, which kind of made people forget a lot of stuff. It's like, how did you forget? Okay, it doesn't matter. And then Kingdom Business, we had season 1 and season 2 we had to do. So I've still been doing music, but it's for other things. And
you've collabed, television specials.
Absolutely,
we've seen you. So,
absolutely.
And then we're still holding on to all the older stuff. Like it's rotating, like it's like new,
But you know what? I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. Y'all still want to see me and still want to hear me. So thank y'all.
Oh my goodness! So even tonight, going all the way back, man, when you did Just a Prayer Away, I almost lost my mind because I was like, the vintage Yolanda is just still so good, and it's still a generation that still needs to hear it.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing: when you write from your experiences and you sing from your experiences, you have this thing that connects to your audience, and our core is church folks, and folks who need inspiration, and to know that they still want to hear those songs. It's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. So the Just a Prayer Away, Victory,
My Liberty.
My Liberty.
Did you see?
Listen, I am going to have to do something with My Liberty. Now, that is not my song. I sang the song.
But institutional,
Carl Preacher from Southeast Inspirational Choir, Carl Preacher, Brenda Waters, Shirley Joyner.
Brenda Waters.
I was 16 years old when we recorded that.
Wow.
And so everybody's like, what are you going to do with it? I'm okay, it's not mine. So I'll have to talk to Dorian, that's Carl's son, who is his heir, and see what we can do with it, because I love singing that song. And I'm having to sing that song more now than I did in my early days when we were doing the stuff with Thomas Whitfield and the Just a Prayer Away.
Oh my God, because Just As I Am.
And Just As I Am, absolutely.
Listen,
it's just what you said. It's like the vintage stuff it's taken on a life of its own, and it's like, no, we're coming back.
I'm
like, okay,
but that's a blessing that the repertoire is that rich, right? But I was going to ask you who you thought your core audience is, because I don't think it's just church. Like,
no, it definitely isn't just church. Things like Open My Heart, but before Open My Heart, Gotta Have Love. Gotta Have Love really opened the door for us. And then once we did Gotta Have Love, the next album, More Than a Melody, was more inclusive and more urban, more urban. Because the times
that was how I stamped urban inspiration, because Heaven 1580 was the first station to ever
trust us
create their format.
Absolutely.
So and so that's what we envisioned. We envisioned gospel music being inspirational to the point where it would cross over easily, and you made that easy for us. That was like great example on how we do that, because how do we take the gospel over, right?
Well, even people who sing R&B or who rap or whatever
still have relationship with Jesus, right?
Relationship with God. And here's the other thing. Most of them came out of the church anyway.
Come on.
Because the biggest proving ground and the best educational ground for singing and performing and speaking, whatever it is, it's always the church, because you have a built-in audience. And you have an audience that's going to tell you the truth. Right. It's like, sweetheart, that note you just hit, we love your tenacity. And we love that you have a relationship with God. But right now, we need you to go practice after this performance. So, and I've had that told to me as a kid, you're so sweet. And you're going to be so good one day, but make sure
That's why I talk real good and I don't sing in the choir because they not told Maddie Marston. She's the one seeking me. Like who's hitting that note? Like
remember
UNAC. Anyway,
have you talked to the sisters already?
I have. Well, I haven't yet. Not here. But I will. I talked to Kiara not too long ago. She was on her way here while she was on the road. And I did talk to Karen, but not the entire sister. Yeah. So I want to talk about the new record because we could get off.
Yes, we could. Because y'all see, this is not a game. We're like sisters, and we go off and we talk about a whole bunch of stuff.
And we root for each other.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
Literally, I'm executive producing Erica's show now, but Yolanda asked me first. Like she brought me to Houston and was like, "Y'all, can y'all make this work for me?" Like
absolutely.
I love you for that. I really do. And I really got a lot of respect across the board from the company I work for.
Yes, absolutely.
For that reason. So thank you for that. But I want to talk about the record.
Yes.
Because it's so necessary right now. Sunny Days. Tell us why you named it that.
We named this album Sunny Days because right now in our world, not just our country, not just our nation, not just our continent, we need it everywhere.
Yeah.
We need the peace of God. We need the presence of God. We need the inspiration that can keep us going. We need the encouragement that can tell us when we're low, hey, you got the power in you.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about this. God's got you. And I say this all the time. When you were born, God gave you every tool and talent you need to succeed. And what you do as you walk this earth and as you walk out your journey, you're actually recovering who you already are. So do not ever think that God has forgotten about you. God has forgotten his promises to you, because I am a witness, child, at 63 years old.
See,
God is keeping his promises over and over and over again. And I'm with that scripture that God keeps me busy with the joy of my heart. I say that every morning that I wake up. God keeps me busy with the joy of my heart. You were asking about the tour and how is it, going on tour now.
Yeah.
I feel just as energized now
It looks like
as I did when I was, when me and Fred and Kirk did the, which one was it? Because we've all done like 40
a bunch
tours
of tours
together.
Yeah.
The Tour of Life.
Yeah. Oh,
because it was me, it was Fred and Radical for Christ.
Yeah.
And it was Kirk and the family.
Got you.
Yes.
But yeah, it feels like that. Like y'all haven't missed a beat. I was watching the set and then watching you dance and the energy. I was like, I know she's going from city to city and buzz to buzz and hotel to hotel, but you look amazing. You look refreshed and you look like you're having a blast.
I am. And that's what we wanted Sunny Days to do as well.
Got you.
We wanted Sunny Days to give people the encouragement, the inspiration, wanted them to contemplate a couple of things, but you know me, and you've known me forever. I love to dance. I just love dancing because dancing makes your body come alive. Singing does it as well. Yeah. But when you dance and sing together, it makes everything come alive. You start smiling and laughing and all of that good stuff. And Church Doors.
I was going to say,
thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And I love that you chose that for the first single.
Oh, it had to be.
And then you got multiple, versions of it.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that thing is fire.
Now, here's the thing. After the pandemic, there were so many people talking about, I can watch church online. Right. We get that. I understand that. And I'm so glad because my church is one of those churches that is multifaceted and we have multimedia and things like that. And, it's one thing for me to be on vacation or out doing what I'm doing. I can go. But when you can make it to the church doors, child, you should tell them what God has done. And so we wanted to make sure that we didn't get into this whole thing where people are like, church hurt so-and-so. I said, yeah, child, y'all don't talk about club hurt.
Right.
Y'all don't talk about Toyota hurt.
Look,
y'all don't talk about Toyota hurt. And you know that Toyota Tacoma broke down on you twice, but you never talk about right. Toyota hurt or Jack in the Box hurt. Nothing like that. Right. But we always make the church the villain.
Yeah.
And I know for myself, and I can only speak for myself, church for me has been my redemption.
Listen.
It has been the voice of reason. I learned business in church because there were so many entrepreneurs Let me tell you,
Public
the
speaking.
black public speaking, or, you know,
Presentation.
so much, you know, it was like, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
there were just so many things I learned, and I learned cooperation in church.
Mm-hmm.
So when I talked to Donna Lawrence and when I talked to Sir the Baptist, we got on a Zoom together. I'm like, y'all, we need to make a song that celebrates the church, because all three of us grew up in the church.
Yeah.
And we know what church has done for us. And so we knew it with, hey, almost 8.2 billion people on earth. At least another billion feel like we do. So,
exactly.
So that's why Church Doors was chosen. And I have to give all credit to Sylvia Rome, who is the CEO of Epic right now.
That combination between you and her is God sent. Like it's supposed to be a part of the kingdom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And she was the first one that said, no, Church Doors is first. I love that song. And for her, who oversees hundreds of divisions and genres and stuff like that, she's like, listen, that one right there, that's the one. And I'm like, thank you, God. Because you know how you pray and you're like, God, your will be done. And then when your will lines up with his, and he's like, I got you, and stamps it. Oh my gosh.
The marketing strategy behind it is brilliant as well, because now you're presenting it on tour.
Yes.
Now you are, you've got the different versions, you got video. When the single came out, you had a video.
Yes.
Like, I'm like,
oh yeah.
She is not playing with this.
Well, again, credit to Sylvia, that she's very intentional about making sure that this album goes to the world like 400 times,
gotcha.
Over and over and over again. I mean, we're talking a tour after Christmas in Germany, and a European tour, an Asian tour, and an African tour. I don't know how she's gonna pull it together and how they're gonna come up with
ready.
it. I'm ready. I'm ready, because the message has to be there. Folks have to know that in these turbulent times, that God is still the answer.
Listen, Sunny Days is released, and you can download it, you can stream it, you can purchase it, because I saw it at Target. I'm like,
yes!
they got physical CDs.
Physical CDs.
So you can purchase it, you can get it. Make sure you put this in your library from start to finish. Yes. And it is everything, Yolanda. I promise you, everything that you love, from the ballads to church to worship to fast and dance tracks. It's all right there. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna let you go. I just had this one question though, because so many people look up to you, as a singer, and they would use you as, oh, that's my mentor. That's the person I look up to. Urban artist, gospel artist. Who did you look up to?
Oh my gosh, girl, look, we got 30 more minutes to talk about that. Okay, so let's start with Tremaine Hawkins. Tremaine Hawkins, Lynette Hawkins. I saw them as a teenager.
Yeah.
Because with the choir, we were traveling around and we would come in contact with them. The beauty and the elegance and the poise and the grace that I saw with them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that.
Wow.
And then after that, I met Albertina Walker, Sally Martin. And let me tell you why Sally Martin...
Because she could command a room.
Let me tell you why Sally Martin was important to me. Sally Martin was important to me because she told me about the business side of life as a gospel artist. So she wasn't just the owner of her own record company, the owner of all of her writing and publishing and stuff. Like, she owned tons of apartment complexes throughout Chicago and Illinois.
So she ain't dabbled.
And Mississippi.
Like a lot of artists.
No, she did not. And she told me, she's like, one thing God is not doing, and my dad and my grandfather had told me this before, God ain't making no more land. So buy as much as you can, when you can, while you can. She said, every month, set aside something to purchase land. Even if it's a half an acre of land that you can get for $10,000 or whatever. She said, you buy that because somebody's going to come along and need that land for a project. And I was just like...
Which is why you can sit for 13 years before the next record and be okay while your baby was in college.
Please understand what I'm saying. Please understand what I'm saying. Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, so
All
that's my thing. I talked to both of the Tashas, Tasha Paige Lockhart,
Tasha
and
Cobbs.
then Tasha Cobbs Leonard, and Jacqueline, and
I
Bree,
see them doing
so many of them.
Erica,
I
absolutely.
See them doing Erica, that. And Erica said on the show when we were talking, she said, "I remember singing backup for you." Mm-hmm. She said, "And you were so kind to me and Tina." I said, "Because that number one, that's who I am. Yeah. But number two, you deserve, even if you're in the background, you deserve love from the person that you're helping." Mm-hmm. Because I couldn't do that by myself at all. And I'm just so excited that she and Warren are doing and the babies, you know, they all have their own channels and stuff like that.
It's so good to see our babies. And you saying Taylor styling you, and
oh gosh, that's a whole look. That's a podcast.
You gotta acquiesce to her.
That's a podcast. So, you know, and I knew when I had her, you know, I changed everything to Taylor's mom. Yeah. So I knew that was going to happen.
I love it. All right, I'm going to wrap because I know she got to get back on stage and we could talk forever. I love you so much.
I love you too.
I'm excited. We're just getting started and you know I got you. I love you.
I know.
Sunny days, go get it. All right. Church Doors, first single. Bye, everybody.
Love y'all.